Sure. Kelsey Roos of The Athletic. Hey, Kevin, how are you?
Hey, all good?
Hey, when obviously not getting the result you guys wanted last night, but we've talked so much about the growth of this team. What excites you about what you saw this year that, you got where you guys could go next year?
A lot of this stuff you'll probably have heard me say during the year, but just guys really worked. And that's not to say that on other teams that I've been on or have gone to the mountaintop didn't, but every day coming to work, putting in the time, making sure that the next man was good. Um, and that's throughout our really our entire organization. But our personnel that we had was a very high level communicators, guys that genuinely cared about one another. Like I told you, it had that college atmosphere, and I think that made it. And I mean, that is a good thing. There's no negative connotation in that, but I think we're set up to be good for a very long time and set up to potentially make some very special runs. I think obviously you can't predict what's going to happen with injuries, but obviously not fighting that battle throughout a season for lengthy periods of time is obviously less conducive to winning. But hopefully we can get reset, reevaluate, and come out at the beginning of next year and really make it a point to show that what we had done early and often in the season was not a fluke. I think guys will have a major summer, big summers coming back, working on their craft, understanding how they can make the team better, and just make it incredibly exciting when we come to camp and understand the goal.
And I know obviously we've talked so much this season about Evan, but just that now that his rookie season's over and with your experience in the league, like what has just stood out so much about him? And is there like a moment when you think about his rookie year that like a story or anything that you're like, yep, that's what you think of when you think of Evan?
Yeah, no, I don't even think it was the destination for him. We fully expect him to be the rookie of the year. He certainly played at that level, had earned it, or has earned it, and obviously crossing our fingers for that. But to me, I think about the journey from his first practice to even last night. How much he's grown, and at the same time, it's funny, I laugh because he hasn't even scratched the surface yet. I think this will be a big leap for him this summer, and then you always see in like that year 2 to 3, like you saw in Darius this year, just a major leap, not only in productivity but leadership and establishing themselves in the league, being comfortable within what we're doing, comfortable in their own skin, and finding that identity and voice within the team. So I think there's so much for him to that's up for grabs, and to make a major leap. And he's going to be a star for a very long time. I was very impressed with how he handled himself. Talk about that quiet confidence with Evan. And again, I'm super excited for him and the core unit to really make a big step this next year.
Thank you so much.
Chris.
Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Hey, Kevin.
Hey.
How do you make sure that you guys as a team do take that next step and there isn't a season of regression?
Yeah, I think it's I think there were a lot of, in hindsight, a lot of lessons learned along the way that I hope guys hang on to. I think, for example, San Antonio, they always, won the games that they were supposed to. There was times this year where we dropped the ball against teams that I felt that we were a lot better than. And in the win column, obviously we were plus 22, 23, whatever we were. But, those are the teams and times where we have to, grow up and show that we're a team that, should be outright in the playoffs. So those are moments that I hope that we hang on to and understand that those hurt, and in the long term can really affect the team at the end of the year. And then I believe that us all staying in touch, we have the group chat. It's hilarious. It's funny. Like all of us stay connected in that way, so we don't lose touch. And I do think that because of the guys that we have, that it would be, you know, like we go up, you know, we're going to end up on the same foot, whether we did that or not. But I think just that continuity and us speaking and staying in touch is huge, as well as getting together in the summer, no matter how big or how small with a certain group. But I fully expect us to do like a pre-training camp somewhere as well, and get together at some point during the summer, whether it be summer league or elsewhere. And I think those are big moments where, you know, just free flowing conversation, understanding what we want to get done, and just, you know, have a constant check in with guys throughout the summer to make sure that they're putting in the work and, you know, understand the goals heading forward.
Who's the best performer on the group chat?
Oof. Best performer on the group chat. I mean, Lamar's pretty damn funny. Isaac, who would be like the dark horse. It's very unexpected, but it's funny, and him finding his voice as well has been amazing to see. You know, I was telling my fiance, I was telling Kate, I was like, she's like, who's the funniest guy on the team? I go, you know, who's really funny is Isaac. She's like, he doesn't even talk. I said, you obviously don't know what Isaac has now, you know, come to be. It's been very, very funny to see that, because, you know, in his first year, he didn't speak much. He was almost like Evan in that way. And now we can't get him to shut up. So probably, yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that flies under the radar, but on the group chat, he excels.
Obviously, there are some decisions that the front office has to make, and you do have some free agents, but are you hoping that this group stays together?
I do. I really do. And I think that was one of the things that we hit on, you know, before the play-in, and then, you know, after last night, is that, you know, and for me, I hope that we, like I said, you know, you see me do this during the year, wishing that we could bottle it up, right, and just be with this group for the next however many years. But that just isn't the case. You know, guys, again, like you said, free agents, it's a business. There's going to be movement, but I do hope that a lot of it looks the same. You know, and selfishly for me, just like being in a good headspace and coming to work every day, really enjoying it and really putting in the work, like finding that euphoric feeling of putting in the work every day. Because I think that, you know, to Kelsey's question, like watching Evan put in the work every single day, like watching him along his journey, and a lot of guys along their journey. JA, you know, making an all-star team, I was so happy for him. DG, again, that's like family. He really took his game to the next level. And then other guys had consistency and amazing moments throughout the year. So I think just that familiarity and understanding of guys, I think could be huge for us.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Shafe. Hey, Kev, it's no secret that your sacrifice had a lot to do with this team finding kind of the fraternity that it did. From a personal level, how rewarding was this season for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely rewarding. But that's honestly a testament to, I mean, across the board, the whole organization, the front office having confidence in me, knowing that, know what I'm capable of, and also that my leadership could take another step in a big direction. JB obviously trusting in me, and vice versa, me trusting in him. But also my teammates. It's just I can't say enough about them, and it's not blowing smoke. It's truthful. I really genuinely, you know, want the best for these guys. Love these guys. Have, you know, that fraternity type feel, as you said. Like there's only 450 players in this league, and you know, to have the group that we had was extremely special. That's why sitting here today, it's you know, I'm in shock, a little bit of disbelief. Obviously, it's not what we wanted, but I think there are a lot of guys that help establish an identity, excuse me, and a culture here with this team. And you know, I was just talking about Ricky, like he was that for us. You know, I hope that I was a part of that for us, but you know, I do think there was a number of guys that, you know, led us to where we are today and where we sit today, moving forward. But for me, you know, my only goal and one goal was to be available. I said the other night, outside of COVID, I played every single game, and again, my body feels the best it's felt in a long time. I was able to push through that injury at the second half of the summer. You know, come in, I think, feeling free mentally because I was past it, and because you know, I was excited about this team, and also, you know, JB allowing me to be myself in that second unit, while also, you know, playing, as we both said, like 20 to 25 minutes a night. I knew I could be incredibly efficient and get a lot done in that time in a positive way. But again, it wasn't just me. I think, you know, my body and my mind being in an incredible space due to these guys is something I'm very grateful for.
Marla.
Marla Ragnar, Akron Beacon Journal. Yeah, Kevin, I'm kind of shocked Jarrett's not a standout on the text chain.
Oh, listen, his dry humor is like, I mean, there's a lot of standouts on there. Like I would like to say myself, but like, you know, I'm towing that line of like, guys, we got to be serious, and like, I'm just all jokes all the time. So I like to keep it light, but Jarrett he's very funny on there too. He finds some stuff that we're just like, you know, like, you know, it's funny and weird and yet very fitting all at the same time.
I just want to ask you about the kind of the getting together this summer. Will you sort of take the lead if that needs to be organized?
Oh, yeah.
Or how?
Oh yeah, I already took the lead. We're gonna try and go to Nashville, and I'm trying to get the guys on some karaoke, and they got to do something outside of their typical genre. But no, I think that'd be, you know, just a great place. It was going to be that or Austin, Texas. In the past, we've gone to Miami or New York or Santa Barbara, but we thought it would be good. I was talking to Cobra, Mark Cashman, just about switching it up a little bit and doing something maybe outside the box. So I think everybody's pretty excited. I've never been there myself, and my sister now lives in Franklin, which is right outside. So that would be super exciting for us to do. And I think get together, everybody would be, you know, give them, you know, just like a little bit of new life heading into the new season.
What month would that be? Maybe
late August, maybe early September. You know, maybe we'll put it around a football game or something like that. But I know we want to make it really fun, get some work in, and just get guys together. So that's the plan now, obviously subject to change, but we feel like that would be a great destination for us to go.
Thanks for everything. What's your usual genre?
Well, you know, if I'm going to go to Nashville, I'm going to go Chris Stapleton, something like that. So, you know, we'll see. But these guys, I know, would love to see me, maybe me and Jetty do like I don't know, some sort of rap or something like that. Probably get a kick out of it. But I'm going to go Stapleton probably.
Thanks so much.
Yep.
Ashley, go ahead.
Ashley Bastock, Cleveland.com. Kevin, Marla stole my question. I was going to ask what your go-to karaoke song is. Do you have an actual go-to song?
I don't even know if I've ever done karaoke, to be honest with you. Okay. But again, I think if anybody's reluctant to go, I'll step up and make a fool out of myself. I'll probably make them put the phones away, but
that's fair.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Vet can go first, make a fool out of himself. I might only do one verse, but you know, Isaac said he's in. Just let you know. I said he's in, and he said he's doing a country song. So yeah, we're gonna look forward to that, and we're definitely filming that one.
You've obviously been on teams here before that have done like these pre-camp workouts. Like, I guess, like, how can you just describe how beneficial how you've seen those end up being in some of the more successful seasons, and why they're so important to kind of get together on your own?
I just think it's a great way of checking in, as well as, you know, those initial conversations of kind of where we're at, where we want to be, so that we hit the ground running. You know, when actual training camp, media day and training camp come around. So I think that's going to be paramount for us, because, you know, in order to take that next step, I think, you know, coming out of the gate very strong is going to be huge for us.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, we're going to cut it there. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, guys.